Alrighty, where wins meet. This game launched last Friday. I've been playing every single day since then, checking out this brand new title. And I wanted to give you in today's video a nice introduction and overview of what exactly it is. Like, what kind of game is this? And what is it you should expect if you happen to check it out yourself? I also want to thank Everstone Studio for sponsoring this video. If you guys happen to enjoy what you see here and you want to try the game yourself, we do have links below. I gotta say though, sponsor or not, I've been really enjoying this. It's definitely turned out to be a pleasant surprise. And I know I'm not alone, seeing as the game has reached nearly 200,000 concurrent players as of this recording and has a very positive user rating over on Steam. All right, so let's just go ahead and dive in and talk about where wins meet. Now, I'd like to start with addressing one big thing that I've noticed. It does seem like there's still a lot of confusion as to what exactly, like what kind of game this is. While playing, I got tons of questions along the lines of, is this a single player game? Is it a co-op game? Is it an MMO? And the answer is it's kind of a mix of different things. This is single player. It's both. Single player action, combat, open world exploration game. It also, at any point you can toggle and the entire world becomes shared and you'll see other people running around and you can go on like boss hunts together or do a bunch of different social mini game stuff. And then the game also has group content. There's group dungeons with there being tank, DPS, and healer roles, as well as raids. I believe that number for raids is 30 players. And then there's PvP in the form of a battle royale mode and dueling, arena dueling. But literally this whole space that I'm going through, I could toggle the switch and turn it into a shared world and you'll see other people. The thing is you can't do the same, they're separate content in each of them. So like when I'm wanting to clear outposts and do single player missions and side story stuff, I can't do that in the multiplayer mode. The multiplayer mode is essentially like social mini games that you can do as well as boss hunts. That's basically what you're there for. But yeah, it's essentially like both in one. It's single player and multiplayer. But honestly, however it is you want to define the game and categorize it, I will say one big standout feature of whatever category it's in has been the combat. Like, it's just a really solid feeling action combat system. I completely missed it that those mystical arts have special versions for combat and they're like really good. I knew the Tai Chi would toss enemies, but I just learned that my 3, which out of combat has me doing this like jump in the air, but look what it does in combat. It like propels me towards the enemies. It's crazy. Like, it's so good. Look at this. I don't know how far that goes, but that's pretty exceptional. I also just can't get over how good combat feels and how much variety, like all the different shit that she can do. And this will never not be funny that at any point I can pick up and toss like anybody. I will add here that the difficulty you select in playing the game is really just going to determine how quickly or not you take down enemies. Fights will be really short if you play on like the story and normal mode, and a little harder if you play on expert and above. NPC super spongy too, or are you just low level? I'm playing on a harder difficulty. If you play on recommended or story, you'll like two-shot everything, but the game has straight up difficulty scaling. So I'm playing on expert. There's a tier above this as well, but honestly, they don't feel spongy because combat feels good and reactive. There's parrying, dodging, grapples, throws, and all that stuff. You can parry, perfect parry, you can block. I can literally grab someone and huck them with this Tai Chi ability. I can leap towards them. So it's not just about spamming attacks. Before diving into like the different sorts of content there is in the game and its two different primary modes, the single player and the multiplayer mode. Another thing that I want to add that's really stood out to me is how the game has been like genuinely funny and surprising at moments. A few different things kind of stand out here. Early on, you unlock the Tai Chi ability. This is both functional and hilarious. Bear? No. You want Tai Chi? Fine, fine, fine. Tai Chi. The bear did how many flips? Not enough. I'm looking forward to trying the multiplayer stuff. Also, Tai Chi will never get old. As I was going around exploring at one point, I just happened to come across these crazy geese. These things were just insane. Oh, you know what? I do have my super high jump ability. That's my 2. Wait, what? What? No, no. Oh, what the hell? What? These goose are crazy. Why are they so crazy? Oh, we get go for a swim. Stupid goose. And then further up the river, I saw one of their other geese fellows scaring the heck out of a bear. It was a riot. Oh my God, the bear is terrified of the goose. Oh my God. Look at this. The goose has like a fusro da, like. Okay, this is great, dude. Fucking insane. But what was most interesting of all is that I could learn that honk. I could learn, the game let me learn the goose honk. Can you observe and learn that? You know what? That's a good question. Where? What is this fucking game? What the hell is this game? I can goose honk. Also, I don't know what this was, but there was a cat randomly singing to me at one point in the game. What? So as you can see, there's just like a lot of like random yet funny stuff and occurrences, and that's just kind of scratching the surface. There's much more that happened throughout the course of playing this game. All right, but anyways, let's dive into like the bulk of the content and the things to do. So this game is divided into two modes. You got the single player mode and the multiplayer mode. Now in the single player mode, it is an open world action combat game where you have got a full main story quest line with voice acting, dialogue, and cutscenes and all of that. And you'll have, besides the main path that you follow, various side quests and things you can pick up, right? But in addition to that, the whole open space is full of a ton of different points of interest with all sorts of different things to do. So this is going to include going in and clearing outposts, essentially like encampments where there's a bunch of enemies. Clear an outpost, like literally going in, killing enemies, and then you'll get a boss spawn at times too. So when you go into these areas, you can summon for friends as well. This is a smaller outpost near the beginning of the game, but on the bigger outpost, if you wanted other people to help you, you can call in and you can do like a group outpost. But I'm gonna do this solo, and it's got straight up stealth mechanics, as you can see. Fortunately, I missed. Perfect parry. Leads to a stamina drain finisher. Let's grab this explosive barrel. And I can't throw it, but I can put it down. So I'm gonna put it down right here. Put it down, put it down. I'm gonna hope I can trigger it if we fight one of these guys in a second. Oh, you saw me? You saw me? Oh, you like Tai Chi? I'll show it to you again. I'm gonna do my AoE. Little tank move, knockdown. And remember this barrel? Guy's almost dead right there, though. There we go. Tai Chi this asshole. Okay. He's stuck in the bamboo. Lol. What are you doing in the bamboo, dude? I got his shield. Got his shield off. This is like the boss, by the way, if you're wondering why he's so ridiculous to take out. And I'm playing on expert, so even regular guys can be like hard to take out, but bosses in particular are gonna be. Dead. Okay, we can choose to claim. Can't claim double yet. I need solo mo level 4, which we're gonna get this afternoon. I'm just gonna take this now though, to be honest. I'm not gonna worry too much about like that time gate stuff yet. All right, so we cleared the outpost and then it it's actually refreshes on server restart. There are also world bosses scattered all around the map in the single player mode, and these can be quite difficult from what I learned. I could try the boss, I don't know. Oh my God, that one's, are they all dangerous, bro? Well, let's see how dangerous is. I don't know if I'm prepared for this, chat. Okay, okay. Bad start for me. Oh my God, I'm almost dead. I'm not gonna win this, guys. Just letting you know now. Jesus, dude. It's recommend level 50? I didn't know. Oh, I need to be level 40. Okay, well, I'm gonna just like not do this now. So you have fun up there, donkey. One of my favorite point of interest types are what are called the Divine Craft dungeons. They're like these underground layers that are just loaded with a variety of puzzles and challenges. I guess we'll try this dungeon. The ones that I remember from the preview test were really, really cool. So this can be exploded. Just gotta find the explosive barrels, which they will be in here. Okay. This lever's here, but I can't yet interact with it. Maybe, oh, here we go. Pressure plate. I'm not sure if the barrel is going to be heavy enough for it. There might be something else I need to place on this. But we will find out. The barrel is heavy enough. Then I can go in here and take the elevator down. Let's see where we're going, dude. This is going to be another puzzle-heavy dungeon. In fact, I think it's going to be almost entirely puzzles. I did like a couple of these Divine Craft dungeons when I played in the preview, and they were mostly like, you got to just figure out how to get through here between a system of levers or explosive things like that or whatever. Get explosive barrels to pop that, obviously. All right, well, let me pop this. See what's in here. How do I get that on there and still make it into the thing? Yes. Okay, that makes sense. So put this here. We have this going back and forth. To get to there, I need to move this and then meet that other one. To do that, I need another explosive barrel. And then we place it down and I need to get on that elevator before it flies away. So is it gonna perpetually be moving now? It is. Little sketch, lots of people died here. That's what those symbols are. People falling in the water a bunch. All right, dude, we did it. Mission accomplished. That was actually like a simpler dungeon too. Some of the ones that I've done took me over an hour. Speaking of puzzles and challenges, in the open world itself, there's a host of different both puzzles that you'll have to sort out. They're usually pretty straightforward, hand in hand in the next life, gazing at each other for 100 years. Well, that's simple. Let's rotate you counter. Let's rotate you counter. Let's rotate you clock. You guys ready to see each other? It's been a while. Beautiful. This cat has you do a lot of little puzzles throughout the world, but also mini games that you'll come across that you can engage with. And all of these things just reward various currencies and resources and items. Some paths are guided by strangely colored butterflies, leading to hidden realms and untold rewards. Thank you. Let's follow these butterflies. I've also found a couple of hidden dungeons in addition to the Divine Craft dungeons. These little just underground areas that were hidden behind something, like weak spots in the floor. So look, there's like broken red rubble in the ground, and if you do, you slam attack. This is part of the tutorial, but I'm assuming they're gonna have some non-tutorialized ones in the game at later points. And one thing that was really cool that I liked from the last time I had played this pre-release was they have some actual like puzzle solving in the dungeons, like moving mechanisms around, trying to unlock secret areas, and So again, it's an open world game. The map is divided into different zones and then further subdivided into sections. And in each of those, the map will be like covered in a fog of war where you won't actually see all the topography and the points of interest. But you can lift this by going to the campfire NPC, which every single zone has one of them in there. All right, here's the bonfire. This will reveal this section of the map for us. So let's see what we got. Oh my God, there's a ton of flipping strongholds. Yes, that's exactly what I was hoping for. This is literally like clearing these strongholds is my favorite type of content, so. Now at several points while I was going through sort of explaining the games and showing off all these different types of content and features and things that you can do in the single player mode, I kept getting questions that were like, oh, that's kind of strange. An MMO would have these systems. And I was, again, you have to keep reminding people. The message seems to be out there that a lot of people think this is an MMO, but it's not. Solo mode is interesting in an MMO, but it's not an MMO. That's the fucking thing. That's the thing. It's not an MMO. In fact, I don't think they say anywhere on their official marketing that it's an MMO. It's just that it also has a lot of MMO-like things. And so everyone's like, yeah, it's an MMO. There's group dungeons, right? And there's raids, right? And it's like, yes, those are true. And there's some PvP you can do, right? Yes. So it's an MMO. No. Well, what do you mean? Well, because it's a single player game that also has some MMO style content, but it's still a single player game as well. It's like, what are you talking about, bro? I don't know. I didn't develop this thing. It's an no. Now, even though it's not an MMO, there is a multiplayer mode. It's the same map, but with different stuff to do in it. Now, when it comes to group activities in the open world, it's pretty much, this is the multiplayer version of that map. So you can see how the points of interest change when I toggle between the two, and that's the case everywhere. You'll have different ones. So the actual topography and like the physical buildings, that stuff stays the same, but the activities and things to do change. And actually, I just want to do it because people have been curious. I'll swap over to the multiplayer mode for a little bit here and show you. So at any point, it takes like a couple hours, but eventually you unlock, after you play through a little bit of the campaign, you unlock the online mode, and then you swap to it. Boom. That exact same map is now multiplayer. And so you got these are other players here with the blue names above their heads. And I know that we have a bunch of, the group activities that you can do are the boss hunts. So these multiplayer campaign hunts, there's this one and this one. And then there are like social activities you can do. So I can dance with people in here. And so other people can join and we'll all dance together. And there's some like participation rewards that you get for doing it. Oh, it's a mini game. I'm a bear? I'm a bear. Now, on top of those things, there's also just some literally group-focused content in the game because this game has the holy trinity of archetypes with tanks, healers, and damage dealers. And with that, you can go into doing group dungeons as well as raids the game has. There's also PvP in the game. This includes small-scale 1v1 duels, as well as what's essentially like a battle royale mode where you drop into a map, you go around picking up upgrades and items of different rarities, and then you use that to fight other players as the map gets smaller. And just to drive the whole thing home a little more, here's one like clear example of the differences in the points of interest on the world map when you toggle between single player and the multiplayer online mode. This is the single player campaign. I finished the campaign mission up till now. There'll be more later, but there's still a bunch of side missions I can do. But here's the map. Here's all the different points of interest here, right? But then you can even see right here, you can toggle between the single player and the multiplayer. So you'll notice things disappear when you go from solo to multi. So in the solo mode, there's a lot more, it's just more content. Most of your going around killing PvE enemies in the open world, that's going to be done in solo mode. But then when you swap to multi-mode, there are some group-focused versions. It's just there's less of them. So this is a boss fight that you can do in multiplayer. You can group up with other people. And then there's this outpost rush mode or something where I think you take on multiple outposts, but you'll notice the only outpost in multiplayer mode, solo mode, multi-mode, solo mode, multi-mode. All right, so in addition to that, there's also a ton of interesting kind of systems and mechanics in this game that I wanted to tell you guys about. As mentioned, the game features a holy trinity. You've got weapons that basically function as the roles of a tank, damage dealer, and healer. Do you choose your weapons or is it class-based? The weapons are essentially your classes. They each come with abilities and a skill tree. So right now I've got short sword, which is a melee DPS. My abilities right now are a Q, which is a dash forward. Like I throw the sword and then I leap to it. And then I also have an E, which is a fallback and then a dash. And then my alternate weapon is a Mo Blade. This is a tanking weapon. I've got like a guard that I can do. And then I can also pop myself a shield, which gives a shield over my health bar. And then I also have a sucking in enemies and then doing a whirlwind. And each of the weapons are essentially a role. So yes, so as someone is saying in chat, Umbrella is healing. In fact, I want to unlock Umbrella, but I can't get it yet because it's in a zone that we don't have access to. So right now, I'm basically tank sword and melee DPS weapon. But what I want to try is tank sword and healing Umbrella. They're called the martial arts, and these are essentially the archetypes. And there'll be different weapons that you can use, but you know, as long as it is a short or a long sword, you'll find different long swords basically, and you'll find different thunder blades. Mine was called the Mo Blade, the one that I had. Being an RPG as well, the game has quite a few different means of power progression and unlocks. You've got gear, you've got various skill trees, and other things that fuel in to your character's power and capabilities. I've got a better sword than the one that I have, so we'll equip that. And then I've got 2 spears, but I'm not spec'd for spears right now. I'm spec'd for Mo Blade. All right, so we're getting into the talent system. Consume fire will increase HP damage by 1.1% and apply burn to an enemy. When used against flammable targets, it may make them reluctant to fight. So I progress down this tree. Looks like it's a one-way track with some splitting options. Use oscillating jade to increase your enhancement level. Each level grants bonus attributes. Okay. There's also that entire crime and punishment system where you can commit crimes and then have to reap the consequences. Oh, this person's in jail. They broke some rules. Yeah, everyone throw shit at him. Yeah, this is what he gets. He broke some crime. This game has a bounty system, so you can break rules. Like if you steal stuff from NPCs, you can pay off your penance with some public humiliation here. I mean, this is kind of hilarious, no? Oh, here's a bounty board. Defeat the target player or character. So people can place a vendetta bounty on players or characters. Bounty hunting, hunt the target player or character. The game has a physical ailment system where you can get sick, diseased, or incur some sort of an injury while playing the game, which is going to require you to go find a healer. Now you can find NPC healers and pay them some of the in-game currency to heal you, or you can just recruit another player who has trained as a healer. But I know the game has wall running. Ooh. After contracting an illness, you need to seek treatment promptly or it will affect you throughout the journey. Feeling unwell, muscles, bee venom. Seek a doctor. Seek a miracle healer. Can somebody help me? Black Sun, can you please help me? Okay, I think he accepted my request to heal. I don't know what this means. I don't know what's about to happen. What in the pop-up doctor? Oh my God. He healed me. Oh, thank you so much. There's also the very Souls-like mechanic of a system of notes that players can leave on the ground, and this can be like very helpful and useful stuff, information and details players will leave as you're going about exploring the world, doing dungeons, solving puzzles, whatever. Oh, is this another puzzle? I think it is. I think I need to find the little, is that a Buddha? Find the little Buddha and place him down here. It seems like I should be able to interact with this little sweet boy, but how are you? I don't have any option to interact with you. Do you want some kibble or something? I don't know where to get it though. Oh, here, it's fucking right here next to the signpost. Grab here. Thank you, Sailor Moon. I actually adore that we have these player dropped signposts. This could be a little bit of a mixed bag what you end up getting, but sometimes they are just hysterical. I was also asked at one point while playing if you have to spend money to unlock any of the game's content. As far as I've seen and I've heard, that is a no. Is this a 6 out of 10 game or higher for free-to-play players? The only thing that they're charging for is cosmetics. I actually think this free-to-play outfit that I have looks phenomenal, to be honest with you. I mean, I've got a basket on my head because it's kind of funny. Like having a better hat would be cool, but I could just take the hat off as well. But in terms of the shit my character's wearing, like I think it legitimately looks nice. Now I do have a couple of critiques and criticisms early on that I want to mention. Probably one of the biggest standouts is the bloated menu and tracking systems in the game. Yes, it's a bloated menu, but what that also translates to is like, it's one of those games that has like 50 different progression tracks and systems, which you access by clicking through to these sub menus. Like, hey, you progressed here, collect 2 coins. coins. You've unlocked 7 new coin rewards. Click on each of these. Oh, don't forget how you progressed in this track as well. Just give me rewards for things while I'm playing the game. I don't need menus tracking 17 pages of rewards as you progress. Like, I don't need that stuff. Is just like unnecessary bloat, it feels like to me. I also want to say there's like quite a lot of mechanics and systems to figure out. It's almost a bit overwhelming, but I don't know that that's a bad thing. It's just a lot to take in. Although I try not to complain too much about this. There's like a lot to parse and a lot of it's not very intuitive. Now that's something that when you play more, you figure it out. There's just a lot of systems and subsystems and mechanics that's like trying to keep track of it all and trying to intuit what everything does can be a little difficult. But honestly, I try not to complain about depth in games. And then you may have seen complaints about the fact that this game is doing time gating essentially through the course of the first week. Every day there was a max level. I think it was like level 10 and then level 20 and then 30 and then 40 and then 50. And eventually it'll stop at the cap. But throughout the course of this first week, they've kind of reined in how quickly people can get to max. Those critiques aside though, overall, I have genuinely been enjoying my time with the game. It's been rather unique with a lot of different fun and interesting systems. And I think the combat feels just fantastic. And that's a really big major selling point for me. Game looks sick though. It's legitimately pretty darn fun. There's just like a lot of little like unexpected surprises all the time and like kind of interesting things that they're doing on top of just like it feels good to play. Like the combat's good. Combat and movement feel fantastic. So yeah, it's been a real pleasant surprise. I remember liking it when I did a preview, but I only played about 15 hours and it was hard to get like a full or encompassing view. But now that I've got like another 15 on top of that, I'm like, wow, this is actually... So that pretty much does it for our look at Where Winds Meet. Hopefully this gives you guys a better idea of what to expect from the game, what sort of game it is, different systems and features and all that stuff, what it is you're going to be doing if you happen to play yourself. Once again, if you like what you see, we got a link available below. Be sure to use that. It helps out the channel. But that is it for today. Thank you as always for watching. Let me know below if you've been playing the game, what you think of it so far, what do you like, what do you don't like, whatever. Let me know. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.